Welcome back to the Other Sports Show. And joining us now is Arlington Independent Media's basketball commentator, John Moriarity. John, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, good to be here, guys.
So talk about this station's role with high school basketball.
Well, for the past 20 years, Arlington Independent Media has been covering high school basketball in Arlington. And a lot of people think that you have to go down to Verizon Center, or you have to go to Georgetown to see some top-notch basketball, but it's just not true. There's great basketball being played every week, twice a week, really, right here in Arlington.
So what are like some of the players, some of the teams to look out for if you're really into going to those games?
Well, right now, Hayfield is still undefeated, and we're just past the sort of halfway point in the season. Hayfield's undefeated. Mount Vernon is 13-3, and looking like they could compete, in state. Wakefield is on a 4-game winning streak. A lot of exciting basketball. Yorktown is playing well. Really a lot of really good ball being played right now.
Can you talk a little more about the coverage that the station does, how many games that you're showing, and how many different teams you visit and so forth like that?
Right. We really focus on Arlington games, so W&L games, Yorktown games, Wakefield games, and we try to highlight when the teams play each other, big district rivalries. And right now, these district games are more important than ever because as we sort of go down the stretch, teams are trying to get seeded for their district tournaments, and you can play home games versus having to go on the road. And that's how teams really, make regional runs, make state runs.
And I would imagine that there's a lot of support out there for all these teams. There's a lot of people showing up at the games, big-time audiences. It's got a pretty cool atmosphere, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. You can feel the frenzy in the air. The crowds are stomping on the bleachers, cheerleaders, doing their handsprings down the court. Everybody's yelling, everybody's rooting. It's a great winter sport. I think high school basketball sort of, people really bring the heart and soul of like high school sports when it comes to high school basketball.
Any memorable moments so far this season?
Yeah, earlier this year we had a player for Wakefield, Corey Aldrich. He's a sophomore. Kid has got a lot of confidence, and he came by the production van and mentioned to one of our producers, said, "Look, I'm gonna score 20 tonight. You guys are gonna be calling my name all night long." And we kind of thought, well, this kid's got a lot of confidence. There's a lot of, it's a pretty boisterous claim there. And he went out and dropped 30.
Wow.
And so
stuck to his word.
He stuck to his word, yeah. And these players, they show a lot of spirit on the court. And to them, this is the NBA. This is primetime basketball, and really some top-notch basketball.
And you mentioned players coming up to the van. You get really involved. You get in there. You talk to players. You talk to the coaches. I understand you went into the locker room recently with a certain coach. That's right.
Wakefield High School has a really special coach. His name is Tony Bentley. And Tony Bentley played football and basketball for W&L. He was a standout guard for the Generals back in the late 80s. And he's been the head coach at Wakefield since 2002, and he's gone to state with them in 2005. He's won regional titles, district titles, and we got a chance to go not only into his practice, not only talk to him before and after games, but even go in to see and film one of his halftime speeches.
Wow.
This past week against Yorktown, and I'll tell you what, he was fired up. He told us before, he told us before the game, he said, "You better hope we're not down." Because
it's going to get ugly.
Yeah, it's going to get ugly. The halftime speech is going to be pretty spirited. And, of course, they were down by 6 points going to halftime. But he rallied them. And he told, he lit a fire under his players and told everybody, to go out there and play their game. Plays a really up-tempo type of style.
Maybe we should just find out what happens.
Okay, yeah, maybe we should just go straight to the tape.
All right.
My favorite memory is basically just being able to play for John Phillips, who taught me the game, taught me how to love players.
He's a young guy, so he relates to us easily. He comes at us a lot, but he allows us to come back at him.
John, you're known for your tenacious style, offense and defense. Where does that relentlessness come from?
I've just always been like that, growing up playing. I just love to play hard, play strong. I just love to play with a passion. I'm just an emotional guy, and that just carries over on the floor. Everything echoes back from practice. He gets on me a lot for not pulling up because I have a great pull-up shot. He just keeps it loud, keeps right in your face, so you know when you're in the game, you know what to do and how to do it.
And I heard you talking to some of your players saying
love each other.
Oh, yeah.
Love the game.
It's important. What we do is every time we break up and do a drill, we get together and we call it love. We make sure everybody touches it, because if you watch, we're beating each other up. And see, some guys will have an attitude. So what we try to do is bring it back after the drill is over to love each other. It's all over with. The drill's over. Now let's get back and be back on the same team. So we make sure we love each other.
He's been a role model for me since I was little. I used to go to his camps back in the day, and he kind of took me in like a son, because he's helped me out with a lot of stuff, even personal stuff that I've been through, because I've been through a lot. But he's helped me out a lot, and he's going to try to help me out with this college thing too.
When it's all said and done about me, I don't care about my record. It's about what I've done to make these young men turn into men. That's the main thing that I want to say. We want to make sure that all of our kids leave here at least attending Northern Nova. That's our goal, to get them into college, and then after 2 years, they can transfer, or more importantly, go to a 4-year school, which is great. If they're going to play basketball, that's even better.
But I see you still running the court here.
I still do. I tell you what, I used to play every day with my guys all the way up until a couple years ago when I had a guard by the name of Kenny James. And he's 16 years old, and I'm up in my 30s, and he's going right by me. And I said, you know what, I think I'll be a little bit better yelling on the sideline instead of getting out here with the guys. But I try to play as much as I can with the guys.
Yeah, that's real fun. He comes out, plays with us, he jokes around with us, plays pickup games, everything with us. It's great.
And what have you learned about leadership from Tony?
Everything. He's a great guy. You have to be able to know your teammates, who you can talk to, how you can talk to them.
I know my kids. I know what motivates them. I'm not one of those guys who have a rah-rah speech already written up with them. I know what to say, how to say it to motivate my guys. It's no board for offense. I don't have a board for offense. I'm not going to sit here and draw up nothing. There is nothing to draw up because you're not attacking and being aggressive. That's what we're going down at. But now, we're right where we are. We're down 2. Are they better than us? No, they're smarter. But are they better? No, so let's be aggressive, attack. When your number is called, whether it's a minute or 2 minutes, get in there and do something. This will tell the tale at the end of the game, at the end of the night, how we do in this third quarter right here. All right, let's win this 4-minute war. 4 minutes, I want to be up on these guys in 4 minutes, all right? 1-3 defense. 1, 2, 3, defense!
The scoop shot in. Taylor trying to go coast to coast. Underneath, gets it back, puts it up, no good. Rebound and in.
Wakefield on a 9-0 run.
Overbeek for 3. He hits it.
Wakefield showing major signs of life here.
Major.
Wakefield Warriors 61-57 over the visiting Yorktown Patriots. And what a heck of a comeback.
Well, that is it for this edition of The Other Sports Show. Don't forget to check out the Roller Girls and also all the basketball coverage right here on AIM.
Absolutely. Everything's on AIM, including us, and we want to know how we're doing, how I'm doing. Go to oss@arlingtonmedia.org. Send us an email, message us, let us know what you want to hear about, what you want to see on the show, aside from it.
See you next time.
Bye.